Time now for the morning rush. Hospitals across New Mexico are running out of ICU beds. There's only 8 available in the entire state. Several New Mexico hospitals are now considering crisis standards of care, rather. That's all due to another surge in COVID-19 cases. About 40% of New Mexicans have yet to get the COVID-19 shot, which health officials say is driving up the number in cases.
Well, the state's top doctor wants more people to be allowed to get a booster shot. The Department of Health announced that in the next few weeks they will try to get a larger site set up for the booster shot clinics. They say it's been a bit difficult to find available spaces this time around. We have more details are expected to come out next week. A
new hiring bonus is now being offered for more people to join MDC. Corrections officers can get $2,000 once they complete their academy training and a 1-year probationary period. Pay starts at $18 an hour. The county says it's also giving longevity incentives for current employees as well. Eric, Madison.
We are waking up with more fall-like temperatures this morning. We're in the 40s right now and will only get up to the mid-50s by noon.
A new system could soon allow the city of Albuquerque to control heaters, air conditioners, and lights at city buildings across town. Under the new system called Brain, if someone were to leave the heat on at night at a building, they can turn it off from City Hall where it will be stationed. The project will cost $580,000.
The first lawsuit of possibly many has now been filed related to the deadly shooting on the New Mexico movie set of Rust. The film's chief lighting technician, Serge Svetnoy, is now suing nearly 24 people connected to the movie, including actor Alec Baldwin. A dollar amount was not listed in that lawsuit.
New Mexico social studies curriculum will be getting an update for the first time in 20 years. The biggest controversy remains critical race theory, which Republicans say would teach students that our country is bad. However, the state says critical race theory is not included in the new standards. Madison.
We have a pretty minimal front here in the metro today with just some chilly morning temperatures, windy conditions, but of course plenty of sunshine for the rest of this week.
A 7-year-old boy hit by a car remains in critical condition this morning. Albuquerque police say that the boy was walking by himself along lead on Tuesday afternoon. Some bystanders say that they stopped to get the boy's attention when he stepped off the curb. Police say that an oncoming car hit the boy while trying to stop. There are no charges against that driver at this time.
Reminder of what's closed today on this Veterans Day. Local, state, and federal government offices, most schools and banks all closed due in observance to the national holiday. Mail will not be delivered. There is regular trash pickup and bus schedule in Albuquerque.
Permits will soon be available to those who want to cut down their own Christmas tree in the Santa Fe National Forest. The permits can be purchased over the phone and online, starting on November 22nd. It'll cost you about $10. You will need to print the online permit and place it on the dash of your vehicle. Tags on smartphones are not valid. All right, let's get a look at that morning drive right now. You can see that everything is moving on the map. Again, there's a reminder that Rio Grande, southbound just south of I-40, is still closed at this point because of a situation involving APD at a gas station there. You're taking a live look over the Big Eye right now, and you can see the traffic is picking up at this time in both directions, and you're going to want to exercise some caution and leave early.
A Georgia judge is saying ho ho no to the little guy who spreads Christmas cheer. The judge issued a fake court ruling banning Elf on the Shelf from homes in his district, saying it's his gift to tired parents. The elves are supposed to be the eyes and ears of Santa, moving to a different location each night until Christmas, some of them leaving a big mess behind, David, and that's why parents are so tired, cleaning up after them.
I've heard they have quite a good time at your house.
They do. They get into too much trouble there.
They got a lot of little eyes and faces to look over.
They sure do.
On this date in 1998, below freezing temps in Farmington were responsible for the death of a 37-year-old man. He was found in an open field with hypothermia. Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, drivers get ready. Permanent medians along Rio Grande by Old Town, they could start being installed by the spring. The city has been getting drivers used to the idea of the longer medians with temporary barriers, and now the Department of Municipal Development from the city says that they are now finalizing the plans for the permanent medians. Well, that includes the cost and design, and now if everything goes to plan, the city says construction could start by the spring.
Number 4, a new system could soon allow the city of Albuquerque to control heaters, air conditioners, and lights at city buildings across town. Under the new system called Brain, if someone were to leave the heat on at night at a building, they can turn it off from City Hall. That's where it will be stationed. So far, the city has 60 buildings ready to be connected to the system, with an additional 50 in the process of being looked at and upgraded. The project will cost $580,000.
At number 3, we are waking up with more November-like temperatures and another windy day, but most of us will be seeing a lot more sunshine ahead of the weekend.
On to number 2 now. The first lawsuit of possibly many has now been filed relating to the deadly shooting on the New Mexico movie set of Rust. The film's chief lighting technician, Serge Sepnoy, is suing nearly 24 people connected to the movie. That does include actor Alec Baldwin, who fired the deadly shot. Sepnoy says that he was so close one of the bullet fragments hit him in the face. Attorneys say the lawsuit is not about money. It's to put pressure on producers to prioritize safety over profits. If you want more details on this, go to our website. That's always on KRQE.com.
And at number 1 this morning, hospitals across New Mexico are out of ICU beds. Now, at last check, only 8 ICU beds are available in the entire state. Now, several New Mexico hospitals are considering crisis standards of care. It's because of another surge in COVID-19 cases. Well, the state is seeing the 7-day average test positivity rates of about 12%. That is much higher than the 7.5% target rate. Now, health officials say that 40% of New Mexicans have yet to get the shot, which they say is driving up those numbers of cases.